Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nikki with Montana Crochet Creations. Today's tutorial is for this really cute scarf right here that has these pockets. I think it turned out really pretty. It's super simple to customize with whatever colors you want. I used this really pretty like variegated yarn and then this like solid pink that matched some of the pink inside the variegated yarn. And it's really easy to customize for men or women, children. It's really simple to adjust the length on it as well. So let's get into everything we're going to need for this pocket. We're going to need a few things for this. We are going to need one skein of the Red Heart Super Saver. I used this really pretty variegated yarn. It's just a medium number 4 weight. So any color that you want will be perfect for this as well. And then I used about 1/4 of a skein of the Red Heart Super Saver in this really pretty pink as well. I will make sure to put in the description box the links of the items that you can use for this crochet scarf. You're also going to need a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You will need a pair of scissors for clipping your yarn tails, and then you're also going to need a yarn needle for weaving those yarn tails in as well. So go ahead and grab all of the supplies that you're going to need, and we'll get started on this crochet scarf. Let's get started on our crochet scarf with pockets here. So I'm going to start with my chain 1, and then we are going to chain 21 here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Now, in our 5th chain from our hook, we're going to work a cluster V-stitch here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and into this 5th chain. So we're going to do 2 double crochet together, a chain 1, and then 2 double crochet together. So going into that stitch, yarning over, drawing up our loop, and we'll yarn over and pull through 2. Now we're going to go back into this stitch here, yarn over, draw up our loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So now we did 2 double crochet together. We're going to chain 1. We're going back into that same stitch, and we're going to double crochet 2 stitches together again. So yarning over, inserting our hook, drawing up our loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Now we're going to go directly back into that stitch, yarn over, draw up our loop, pull through 2, and complete our double crochet by pulling through 2. So that finished our very first stitch right here, which was 2 double crochet together, a chain 1, and 2 double crochet together. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches here, and then we're going to repeat that. We're going to do our cluster V-stitch. So inserting our hook, drawing up our loop, and then just pulling through 2. Going back directly into that same stitch, and then completing our double crochet. Let me grab a little bit more yarn here. And then now we are going to chain 1, and then do our double crochet 2 together again. So yarning over and starting our first double crochet and only pulling through those 2 loops. Going directly back into that stitch, drawing up our loop, and then now completing our double crochet. And then we'll skip 2 stitches and then do our cluster V-stitch. So we're going to do that all the way till we come to the very end of our chain here. So keep working that. I will see you back here in a few minutes when I get towards the end, and then we'll just continue on from there with our crochet scarf with pockets here. All right, coming up to our very last chain here, I did my cluster V-stitch in that second to the last chain, and now our last chain, we're just going to place a regular double crochet, just like that. So now we have our double crochet and then our clusters, just the same as we did over here. So this first chain that we skipped here, that counts as our first double crochet. Then we have our cluster. So this is what row 1 looks like of this scarf with pockets. You can see our double crochet clusters right there with our chain 1. Now moving on to round 2, we're going to chain 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into this chain 1 space right here. So if, remember, there was a double crochet or 2 double crochet together, and then we have that chain 1 space. So we're going to work a V-stitch cluster inside this chain 1 space. So we're yarning over, inserting our hook, and just pulling through 2, and then going back in and creating that V-stitch, that double crochet 2 together, chaining 1, and then we will finish that off by double crocheting 2 together. Grab a little more yarn here and going back in, and then finishing our double crochet. Now we're going to go into our next space right here, and we're going to place our double crochet cluster here. So going back in, chain 1, create our double crochet 2 together again. Whoops. Just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to work that all the way down to the very end, and then we're going to double crochet in the top of our chain 3 down here, and then we'll turn our work. So work that, and I'll meet you back here in a few minutes, and we'll continue on with our next row. All right, so now we're going to chain 3, turn our work, and we're just going to repeat round 2, just like this. And then chaining 1, and then placing our cluster V-stitch back in that same stitch here. And we're just going to repeat that all the way down to the end. So we're coming over to this chain 1 space, placing our cluster V-stitch, chaining 1, cluster V-stitch, and then going to the next. So we're just going to repeat that until your scarf is as long as you want it to be. So if you're shorter and want a shorter scarf, then you would do less rows. If you are taller or you just want a lot longer scarf to make it a little thicker around your neck, then you would do more rows. So continue working that, and I will see you back here when my scarf is as long as I would like it to be. Okay, so I finished my scarf portion of this pocket scarf, and I did 95 rows, and my project ended up being about 65 inches, or about 60 inches long. So now we're going to start working on the pockets for this scarf. So I switched. I'm not going to continue with my variegated yarn here. I'm going to switch to my solid colored yarn here, and we are just going to continue working this exactly how we did when we started our scarf here. So I'm starting with my slip stitch, and I'm going to chain 21, and we're going to make 2 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 19, 20, and 21. Now we're going to go into our 5th stitch, or 5th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to create our cluster V-stitch here. So we're yarning over, pulling through 2, going straight into that chain again, drawing up our loop, and then completing our double crochet here. And then we'll chain 1, and then we're going to complete our second set of double crochet 2 together. So pulling that through just 2 stitches, going back in, and completing our double crochet. Now we'll skip 2 stitches here, and we'll do our double crochet V-stitch here, or our cluster V-stitch, I should say. So just going through 2, going back in. Remember, those first 2 stitches is a double crochet 2 together. We're chaining 1, and then we're going to do that again. So pulling through 2, going back in, completing our double crochet now. And then we will skip 2 stitches and complete our cluster V-stitch into our next stitch here. And then we're just going to do that until the pocket portion of this scarf is as tall as you would like it to be. And again, that's going to be your preference on how big you want your pockets to be. So go ahead and keep working that. Make 2 of these, and then remember chaining whenever you start your second row, chaining 3 and then doing your cluster V-stitch in that chain 1 space from the previous round, and then just make it as long as you want it. Once it's as big as you want it to be, I will meet you back here and I'll show you how we're going to attach the pockets to this scarf and continue on with our border. All right, so I have my 2 pieces that are going to be the pockets here made, and what we're going to do is we're going to attach these pockets, and then we're going to do a couple of rows of single crochet around the bottom edge of this scarf here. So I'm going to start my slip stitch here, and I'm just going to insert my hook. I think down here at the bottom corner, you can attach your yarn anywhere you would like. I'm going to insert my hook at the bottom corner here, and I'm just going to pull my slip stitch through just like that, and then I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go back into that chain 1 space, and I'm going to single crochet here just like this, and I'm going to single crochet over my yarn tail, and then I'm going to find any little space that I can to place a single crochet along the edges. The only place you'll actually have stitches to work in is going to be in the bottom. So along the edge here, you won't have stitches. So you'll just kind of find a spot that your single crochet can fit into. So I'm going to work on that, just continuing to single crochet all the way down. All right, so I'm coming up to the area right here down at the bottom other side of my scarf where I'm going to start attaching my second pocket. You want to make sure that you're attaching to the correct side. You don't want to get this all the way done and then realize that you attached your pocket to the wrong side here. Okay, so now we're going to start going through both of these pieces here and attach our pocket all the way down to the corner over here. Just like this, just placing single crochet through both of those layers. And like I said, we're going to place 3 single crochet in that corner stitch over here. So I'll meet you back here in a few minutes when I come up to that corner stitch. All right, so I'm over here at my corner stitch, and I'm going to place my 3 single crochet all in this same stitch right here. That's going to help me round this corner. Just like that. And then now you can see it has kind of turned us to where we can go along this bottom edge here. And then we're just going to single crochet in each one of these stitches all along the edge. So now you can go on and work your 3 single crochet in each corner, chain 1, and then work another round of single crochet if you wish. If you don't want to do that, then you can just stop right here with just this 1 round of single crochet. This is what it looks like with just the 1 round so far. But I think I'm going to work 2 rounds of single crochet total. So I will see you back here in a few minutes when I am done with it. All right, and there we have it. I am done with my scarf with the pockets. I think that the 2 different colors here on this are really cute together. I love this variegated yarn, and I think that the pockets turned out really, really cute on that as well. I did use an entire skein of this variegated yarn right here, and then I ended up using maybe just like about a quarter of a skein for this solid pink right here. This scarf with pockets I think will be really cute to make in all sorts of different colors. It's really easy to customize for men or women. And like I said earlier in the video, like depending on how tall you are and everything, it's super easy to adjust the length. So I hope you guys all enjoy this tutorial. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as I do post tutorials right here every single week. And that's everything for today. I love you guys all so very much, and I will see you in my next video.